Okay, what's up everyone? It's your boy Aaron Wins YT. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and make sure you're mining crypto. Okay, but without further ado, let's get into the video. This is my 51 card deck branded build. Only 51 cards. You'll see some special goo that we got going on here. So let's get this tripod steady. And let's pull out the 51 card deck profile. So we got the standard 3 Aluber. This is mandatory. You need to play 3 because it calls out everything good with branded. Very nice. Then we got the 3 Albaz. You also need him super poly. You don't really need super poly in your deck profile unless, you know, it depends, but Albaz can pretty much contact fuse into Albion and everything else good. And we have 2 Cartesia, Blazing Cartesia. You could bump to 3, but I am playing Incredible Ecclesia, a 1 of. So technically that makes 3. And then we have 1 Quem. I have 2 Quem, but you could play 1. It's just we want to max out on tuners in this deck. And if you want to play 1 more, you can. So, and we do have an Ido lock. This could be sided out. You don't need to main it in the deck because if you're playing another branded player, they're definitely going to out that with Fallen and the Virtuous. And then we have our Bystials to take care of the Ido lock if they try doing that. Okay. And then we have our 3 branded openings. And then we have a gold sarcophagus. If you play evenly match, Harpy's Feather, Duster, you know, you could literally banish it and then it comes back on the 3rd turn and hope you're not wiped out. So this comes in clutch. Foolish Burial comes in clutch. Called by the Grave, Fusion Deployment. We have 3 of those, and we have a Chaos Space. Not many people are running this, but this can return one of your banished creatures and make you draw a card. So you get a free draw, and you get access to the Bystial Lubellion, and you'll see why we need him in a second. So this is pretty much our main profile, and we are doing things different. We're playing 3 the Bystial Lubellions. We got 3 of these guys. You need accesses. People forget, you don't play 1 of these. You're calling out Branded Lost, you're calling out Branded Regain, you're calling out Etude of the Branded. It's going to help banish all those Link, Synchro, Fusion monsters. So you go ahead and activate effect. You grab a Siren here. You get another monster card in the graveyard. You banish, and then you call out the Bystial Lubellion, and you're always going to be looking for Etude of the Branded or Branded Loss. But if you guys don't know, pretty much while you control a Bystial monster, banish any monsters that would be sent to your opponent's graveyard as tributes for their ritual summon or as material for their Fusion, Synchro, and Link. This just deactivates them from using the freaking graveyard, and it's very important to have in any branded deck. And I think calling it out is a major win because this is a threat, and so are your Bystials. Your Bystials are going to be accessing their graveyard, and it's also a threat. So we are playing 1 Dramaturge of Despia. There's a lot of cool combos when you use branded opening, and let's say you have a good hand. Let's say you have Aluber, Guiding Quem, Blazing Cartesia, branded opening, and let's just say you have a Fallen of Albaz. Well, you dump Albaz into trash, you get summon Cartesia out, you could fuse, he comes back, he negates a card. I think this is one of the best negates to have. And also Tri-Brigade. So 1 Tri-Brigade. And then we have, of course, 3 Albion. We have 3 Albion, Shrouded Dragon. We have 1 Spriggans, 1 Tragedy, 1 Adlib, Now, there's a lot of cool things you could do with Branded. I like doing those cool things. I mean, if you test this deck out, this deck profile out, I promise you, you won't brick as much as you think. And there's a lot of ways to move. There's a lot of maneuvers that you have. And then, of course, we'll have the 2 branded fusions. You need those. You don't... Technically, you can run 1, but you don't want to run. And then we have the 3 fusion deployment. I'm getting starlights for those, but 3. And then we need 1 of these. I think you just need 1 of these. And then Eluber can call out the Fallen and the Virtuous. You don't need 3 max. That's kind of crazy. It doesn't do anything really but pop a card, send a card to the graveyard. 1 is fine. And then Branded Lost, Branded in red. We are playing Chimera. 3 High Spirits, 1 Regain, 1 Retribution, 1 Banishment, and Etude. This is your MVP for all Link, Synchro, and Ritual decks, even Mitsurugi. But the thing is you don't want to use it for XYZ like Vanquish. So you could also, like, depending on what you're playing, you could put this in Ido in your side deck, but if you're going first, these are great cards to have, Ido and Etude. It's conditional, but if you're going first, you're going to win. You are going to win with those cards, especially Etude, because most of these decks like to play Link, and they think they're cool until they start getting their stuff banished in the graveyard and they can't activate their effects. And if you have a Masquerade and you're playing a Malice player too, well, your stuff keeps getting banished because of the Link summons, and they got to keep activating effects, so they're losing, they're draining. 1 Fusion Duplication in the side deck, and then you could play 3 Thrusts. You could also have 3 Thrusts. Okay, it depends. You could have, so we'll just do my original one: 3 Thrusts, 3 Evenlies, 3 Dark Rulers, and the Thrusts makes you have 6 of each, which is kind of crazy. So if you have 3 Thrusts, 3, you have 6 of those disruptions, 3 Super Polys, so and 3 Forbidden Droplets. Very good cards to have. So 3 Thrusts, 3 Evenly, 3 Droplets, 3 Super Polys, 3 Dark Rulers. And this you could add to make it 52, but I mean, you don't need it. Or you could have 2 Thrusts and 1 Fusion Duplication. And yeah, and basically what you're going to be doing is doing some, with this deck, you're going to be playing Synchros. So you have a Lubellion, a Blazing Cartesia, or a Guiding Quem. And then let's say you have another Bystial monster and Guiding Quem and Blazing Cartesia, which you can do. I'm not going to get into it. But let's just say you have 6 monsters on the board. You have negate effects and all that good stuff with the Synchros. You could even put Kashtira Fenrir in and play. You could put Fenrir in your deck. You could use Chaos Angel, and you could Synchro Summon during their turn. But if you have Kashtira Fenrir, you could Tuner Summon on their turn using this monster, which creates a cool little effect during their turn. Bystial Dis Pater, Luluwalilith. So Brandon isn't just about Brandon just isn't about fusion monsters, but it also can integrate really cool synchro effects that do a lot of damage during their turns, but it depends on how you want to play, really. But yeah, that's just a deck profile. I want to show you guys 51 cards, 52 if you put duplication in there. You don't have to. But very fun deck. Branded is the best deck ever made in terms of lore, art. And I think it's the final deck, actually. Every other deck out there just doesn't, I don't think, cuts it. Not to be bashing on every other deck, but this is the best everything. I think this is the last Yu-Gi-Oh deck to have real substance, and they really made it OP with the new Chronicles structure deck, and with the new support coming out, the new Albaz. It's gonna be all ultra powerful, so stay tuned and have fun. Enjoy, guys, and test this deck out. Let me know what you guys think. I haven't bricked a lot, and it's really easy to outmaneuver the plays on your opponent's turn using these cards. Very easy. Okay, without further ado, have a good one, and like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.